Indeed, Richard. Thank you to all our chairmen and to all our panellists. And, of course, we see there from the scoreboard that tonight's winner, the Toast to Torquay, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lenny Windsor.
I'm Lenny Windsor. I'm a comedian and I live in Devon, Torquay in Devon, England and Las Vegas. Comedian, that's what I do, and I've done it for, and writing, I write comedy stuff as well, but that's what I've done for 46 years. I don't think I went out and did it, because I was like the village idiot at school. You know, at school I was the class clown. I had no choice. Most of the stars that I know that have comedians did the same thing. We were all crazy at school. And we were very disruptive. And my learning came after school, and really all I wanted to do was make people laugh. And I'm still doing it. I'm 67 now, I'm still doing it. First 10 years, very difficult.
What was that? What was that the?
Doing the clubs, you know, up and down the country. I had fun doing it, but there was no money in it. I mean, I was sleeping in my car because I couldn't afford to pay for accommodation. And I mean, that's what I did. But after that, I got offered of television. I got the Comedians, etc. Star, which I won. And then I got a television series, which I did, many of those. One was called Lenny Windsor and Windsor, recorded at Blazers nightclub in Wales. I also worked with some of the biggest stars in the world, so I've had some great television. I did That's Rich with the BBC, did quite a bit with the BBC over the years. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Oh, I didn't write the Benny Hill Show. What I did was I wrote for Benny. I wrote for Benny Hill, and in turn some of the stuff went on to the Benny Hill Show. So what I did do is I wrote some of the stuff for Benny Hill, for the Benny Hill Show. I mean, I wasn't the only one. A lot of people did it. A lot of people wrote in with stuff for Benny. Of course, I don't know if you know this, but Benny was a thief. Benny was the thief of bad gags. He would portray it. He wrote it himself, but of course he didn't. I've got documentation that shows you the world that Benny was a real thief to saying he wrote himself. This is just some posters. This is the Cut Price Comedy Show. It was the TV Times showing that we were just about to go on with our new TV show, the Cut Price Comedy Show. And we were the second comedy show to go on to Channel 4 when it first came out all those years ago. Coogan from Australia. I can't remember, Crocodile Dundee guy. He was the first TV show to go on Channel 4. This is my name when I first came out in the business. I had my name as Pete West. I thought it was cool, but of course I realised afterwards that Lenny Windsor, my real name, would work better. He was very famous. I think he still is famous.
What did he do?
He was a singer. I toured with him all over the Middle East, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Bahrain, Doha, Hong Kong, Singapore. That's what we did.
So what songs did he do? Any famous ones?
Yeah, he did the Hillsborough, the Disaster, Never Walk Alone. I can't remember. He's done a lot, of course. In the 60s, he's very famous. That's a Michael Parkinson signing a plaster cast of my leg. I broke my ankle playing tennis, and he signed it when I did the Michael Parkinson with him.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to welcome our next guest, a man, a very funny man, star of the New Comedians, born in the West Country, currently living in Torquay, starred also in the Monster Munch presentation. No, it's not Frank Richardson, it's Lenny Windsor. Welcome, Lenny. Congratulations, first of all, on being successful on the Comedians. Thank you, Norman. Commiseration.
This is a little poster, quick one, that we did a flyer with Les Dawson, Lenny Windsor and Roy Barraclough. That was at the Devonport Theatre in Manchester. I was with Les for 10 years. Jim Davison, when Jim was just a baby, signing my leg, my plaster cast leg.
So what does he do now?
Well, Jim is a famous comedian, of course, and Jim is he's on Celebrity Big Brother.
Oh, is that now?
Yeah. That's Anthony Newley. He's passed, I'm afraid, he's gone. He was one of my best friends for 11 years. I loved this man. We toured all over the world together. Roy Orbison, who I toured with for like 10 years. Roy Orbison, I was a special guest, and it was wonderful. The biggest star I worked with. We're going to the Palace Hotel in Torquay. It's many years ago, like 25 years ago, 26 years ago. I did a function here for Richard Branson. I did a lot of his do's, and he's an idiot actually. And he came in to the function that I was booked to do, and we spent a lot of energy, a lot of money, and a lot of time on this show that we were going to present, like a game show that he wanted. But he came in drunk, he came in late, and dressed as a woman, and started squirting soda siphons at people. It just ruined the night. He thought it was clever, but he's a dick, really. But he's got so much fucking money, he thinks he can do what he wants to do. Anyway. This is about, when was this? This is 1990, October the 1st, 1990. It came out, and this is, I think it's just one day after the event here at the Palace Hotel. I did a function here, I put on dancers and what have you, for Richard Branson. I used to do quite a bit of work for them, for his company. And then he arrived late. He arrived late, drunk, dressed as a woman, and started opening bottles of champagne up and covering people. He damaged my suit, and he eventually just paid for it.
This fella went to the doctor and he had to have his leg cut off. Yeah. Thanks. And a few days away in a nice romantic setting. Bring back your magic of the marriage. So we went to Abergavenny. Oh, what a dump. Edge with a dog, and the dog dropped off the cliff and he said, "Dog gone." I bet if I was a baby and I had Rackle Welsh as a mother, I'd be fed on a bottle. We never had pencils and paper at my school, it's chalks and slates. I was all right, but some of the other poor idiots fell off the roof.